everybody. In this video I'm going to show you what's going on in this with the Manchego cheese, and then I want to try the herbed Gouda and the pepper jack that I've had going, one for 2 months and one for 3 months. I've been upset before because cheeses have got mold on them. This is supposed to grow mold, and it's been here I think a little over 2 weeks. It is getting started, as you can see, but it's a very slow process. Once it gets enough mold, I rub it every time I bring it out like this and to spread the mold around. But once it gets enough mold, or quite a bit mold on it, I will rub it with olive oil to keep it from drying out too much. But in that container it's 85 to 90% humidity, so there's not much worry of it drying out. The mold is very slow developing, but the aroma is wonderful. It has a lovely cheesy smell to it. So that's after 2 weeks on the Manchego. This is my herbed Gouda. Almost 2 months in the cheese fridge since I waxed it. And this is the pepper jack, which is getting close to 3 months now, not quite 3 months. They've both been exposed to the air in the cheese fridge, just on different shelves, that's all. And the pepper jack has grown a white mold on the surface. I cleaned it off once and it just comes back, so I've ignored it. It's on the surface of the not wax, but that synthetic stuff that I use to cover the cheese. It's a coating of some kind, a cheese coating. I'm convinced it's a plastic of some kind, but I like the way it works. It's much easier to apply. Now, I will start by cutting the pepper jack. The pepper jack is a very solid cheese. I'm not sure how difficult it's going to be to cut it into. I usually cut these things into quarters. I'll keep 1/4 of it out and start using it, and the other 3/4 I will vacuum pack and put back in the cheese fridge. They'll continue to age just as smaller cheeses, that's all. Going off course, oh, it's kind of cracking, I guess, but whatever. Quite how I wanted to see it happen, but what can you do? It's a very dry cheese. First time I've ever made it. Perhaps I pressed it at too much weight on the press. I don't know. I've got lots of little pieces here. I don't have to cut something off to taste. I can taste some of these, I guess. I like that. Not getting any heat from the. Oh yes, I do a little bit in the background there. Heat from the chilies that I put in it. Even this piece up and see what I get here. I've had the feeling since it's been waxed that it was going to be a dry cheese. I'll have to review my video and see what weight I used for pressure, and use less the next time I make one of these, because it's a relatively easy cheese to make in the variety of what they, hard cheeses that have been pressed. This is much easier to make than several that I've done before. I like that very much, so it has a lovely flavor. Getting a bit of heat from the chilies, but I think the next time around I would also add more chili, because I like things hot. But well, that is that one. I'll get it vacuum packed, and then we'll have a look at the herbed Gouda. I've got the first 3 pieces already vacuum packed, as you can see, and I've decided to vacuum pack all 4, obviously. I'm always at a loss to describe how a cheese tastes. I like the flavor of this one very much, and there is a bit of heat from the chili. It's like a sharp cheddar. It has a lovely sharp flavor to it. Just wish it wasn't quite so dry, but I think I can remedy that next time by not pressing it with so much weight. Now, I got my sealer covered up here with those chunks of cheeses, but I'll show you what happens here. Now it's sealing, it's removed all of the air. And it is completely sealed, airtight. It will continue to age in that kind of packaging, but it's just like buying a piece of cheese at a store that's been vacuum packed. As long as you don't open it, you can keep it for months in a refrigerator. Let's move on and try the herbed Gouda. You'll probably hear roosters in the background. They seem to be sending out really good this morning. I just weighed this. I forgot to weigh the other one. I don't know what it weighed, but they both were made with 4 gallons of milk. This one weighs 3 pounds 2 ounces. Bit light perhaps for 4 gallons of milk. Should be up closer to 4 pounds. It's the first time that I used the Moldova cheese mold. The one that you don't have to use any cheesecloth with. It comes already lined, and it also is the first time I've used a mold that produces a traditional Gouda shape. So let's see what we've got here. It's developed a nice rind around the outside, and the interior of the cheese is still lovely and moist. Oh, it has a lovely aroma. Gouda is one of my favorite cheeses, and I know I'm going to get comments from people that say I don't pronounce that correctly. I don't speak the Dutch language. I have a friend who is actually born in Gouda, and when she says the word, believe me, it's nothing like the pronunciation that I give it. I haven't been to Gouda. I was only in the Netherlands once, and that was what, a couple of years ago, I guess now, in Amsterdam, in the area. Loved the country very much, but I didn't get to Gouda. I won't bother trying to, well, I will try just for the fun of it, see if that comes off. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sometimes that's quite easily removed, as it was that time. I think it has to do with how long the cheese has aged. Other times it's very hard to get the coating off the exterior. Long silent chewing on top of my mouthful. I took too big of a bite. Very good. Mild Gouda flavor, and the mixture of my own homegrown herbs coming through in the background there. I gotta try that again. Maybe I'll make one with chilies in it. When you're in Amsterdam anyway, in the cheese shops, many different kinds of flavored Gouda, herbed and with chilies, and I saw one with cumin, lots of different flavors. Lovely soft moist cheese, a mild flavor. Of course you can age Gouda for longer than, like this is only not quite 2 months. You can buy Gouda that's been aged up to a year or more. It's much drier when it's been aged that long. But with this coating, you can't age it for longer than 4 months. I don't know why, but that's one of the restrictions of using that coating. I never seem to be able to wait 4 months anyway. Well, thank you very much for watching this little cheesy update. I will do another one, probably in another couple of weeks, just showing what's happening with the Manchego. It'll be a long while yet before it gets tasted, be into September, I guess, before I taste that one. But this is excellent. Thank you for watching.